Hello, everybody. This is your climate moment for the month of March 2025. And this month's edition is the Food Scarcity Edition. So, just let's start off with some context. Our food systems have evolved over the last 10,000 years during this period of climate stability. And you can see from this chart here that we were living in a temperature range which essentially varied by plus or minus one standard deviation from the mean, and it's been like that for thousands of years. And we built our food system based on that stable climate. Then in the 1980s, the temperature started to rise, and now we are at a mind blowing 8.5 standard deviations above the historical mean upon which all of our food systems were built. And our food systems are not prepared for that. So essentially, we are now living on a different planet, a planet very different from the food systems that we depend on, Planet B. So, what does that mean for our food systems? Well, first of all, plants can't move like we can move. So, when they're out in the sun, they're stuck there, and heat will kill them. There is an organization called carbonbrief.org which tracks where there have been crop failures due to intense heat or other climate catastrophes. Another factor is yields on crops decrease as heat rises. For instance, corn yields decrease by around 7% for every degree rise in heat. And right now, we're at about 1.7 degrees rise in temperature. So you can do the math there. Another thing that happens is that it gets so hot that farm animals can't survive the intense heat. We've seen massive die-offs of farm animals. For instance, in Kansas, there was a mass die-off of a cattle herd. Another thing is that agricultural workers are 35 times more likely to die of heat-related causes than other workers. It is becoming very difficult to actually produce the food that we depend on. Another factor is that heat confuses plants and they start to blossom at different times of the year than normal, which confuses the pollinators. And so the plants will not get pollinated. Therefore, the crops won't even appear. And for those of you who are putting hope in science to save us, right now we're living through an anti-science nightmare. And so we need to wake up from that nightmare before we can count on science. So that's my climate moment for the month. Enjoy your breakfast.